What's happening, people? Welcome back to day something of the 30-day reseller challenge. Today has been a relatively slow day, or the last 24 hours have been a relatively slow day in sales. I think it's only about 10 or 11. But I'm happy with that, to be honest with you, because we've been at 1,800 listings for a while now, and we're listing 20 and selling 20 on average, roughly every day for the last couple of weeks, which has been fantastic, to be honest with you, because we were growing the store from 1,600 all the way up to 1,800, and now we've finally hit that tipping point where we're sitting around the 1,805 to 1,790-ish listings, and every time we list, we sell. The last couple of days we've oversold what we've listed, so that's brought the store value and size down. And then today we've just had a bit of a mediocre 24 hours, which is absolutely fine and probably expected. So I'm going to get straight into it today. We've got some Merrell boots. These are snow boots. Merrell's a fantastic brand. You're normally looking for the Gore-Tex stuff. These are very, very snow boots, so these would be going like on holiday, like in the Arctic or Sweden or Iceland or some shit, right? So, but these are quite cool. They sold for $29.69. We've had them for a while, but again, came from the £5 contact, so I can't complain. Next up, we have this. It is an Oscar tunic top. It is sold for $29.99. It's a jersey, so this sort of style of Oscar isn't particularly fancy, isn't particularly valuable, but if we can get them cheap enough, we get them. We buy and we sell them for around 25 to 30 pounds every time. Next up, we have this Gudrun dress, another piece that is very specific to Gudrun, like the style, the colours, the patterns. It's a bit chaotic. There's lots of colourful stuff in there. I think it's actually only a viscose dress, but it did sell for £28, which is probably the reason why. The condition's great, but the material's not fantastic. It's not like a wool or a linen or something like that. So again, stylistically, it's pretty much what you want for Gudrun, but material not quite on point. Next up, we have this Solomon ski running cycling jacket. It's sold for $49.99, which is fantastic. Solomon as a trainer and footwear brand is fantastic, but you can also get some pretty good money for their running stuff and their thinner lightweight jackets and pieces like that. And this is a ski jacket that has done very well. Again, £50, we can't complain. Next up, this is a Cezanne jumper. You know, I've been badgering on about Cezanne and how good it is. It's very chic and French girl and all this sort of stuff, petite. A lot of their sizing, as I've mentioned previously. This is a embroidery anglaise, I think they call it. I'm not 100% sure. And this is sold for £40. It's just a jumper. I don't know the size, you'll see it here, but yeah, fantastic sale. Again, wouldn't have paid more than £10 on Vinted. Next up, we have a Rab jacket. I paid £5, so it would have been like $7.59 or $8.59 on Vinted. This is sold for £35 on eBay. It is a rain downpour, like eco-light system coat. So it's basically their version of Gore-Tex without it being Gore-Tex. It's waterproof, etc., etc. Fantastic sale. I think we put it up for 40 and somebody offered me 35, just accepted that. Next up, we have a toast tunic top. Again, this is silk, so it's not the material that you're looking for with toast, as we mentioned previously. The wools, the chore, the utility, the cargos, you know, like denim and linen and stuff like that does very well, but silk not so much. This is a bit more pretty and fancy, which obviously Toast as a brand doesn't really sort of advocate for, but we still got £35 for that. And again, stylistically with this one, I don't think it's particularly toasty toast, but it's brand new with tags. It is, I believe, merino wool. It's a roll neck, and we got £45 for this one. Again, I think this was a relatively cheap pickup. I think we got it for 10 again, but obviously £13.59 all in. Again, a lot of the stuff that I pick up on Vinted is around that sort of price, and we're always aiming for £35 plus on our Vinted snipes. Sometimes we get it slightly wrong. We'll still make some money, but it's never enough. So £35 minimum. So next up, we have this Bowden Moon Tweed jacket. Again, I've talked about these like every single day, I think, this week so far. This is sold £42. Again, I probably could hold out for 45 to 50 if I wanted to. And size dependent, if you get like the 16 and above, you're looking at 50 easy. And again, the pink, the navies, that sort of colour. This is actually a really nice brown, and it's sold for 42, was it? Yeah, £42, so can't complain. And then last, but definitely not least, is this Canada Goose jacket. We purchased it for £65 in a charity shop. It was a while ago. Again, weather not lending itself to this type of sale. Did all of the checks online. It looks legitimate. I'm happy with it. It's legitimate. I've spoken to some people on Reddit that do authentications, and they're happy that it's legitimate. So I'm super happy with the sale. It's sold for £150. We have held it for a little while. So that kind of deteriorates the happiness in which I'm selling it, because if I buy it for 65 and I sell it for 150 and it's quick, I'm super happy. But if I've got to hold it for a long time, that's £65 invested for a very long time. That can be frustrating. We did wash it and clean it, but some of the marks weren't coming off. Again, it's a ski jacket, it's a utility jacket. People are going to be using this, so therefore, you know, sometimes they're going to get marks on that they can't get out. But yeah, super happy with that sale. So obviously this was a little bit of a quicker run round. We've tried to do this in a different way so that it's easier for me to edit and stuff like that. So hopefully it comes across in the video that it's a bit sharper and a bit cleaner. So that should be nice. And if you have been watching the videos, I appreciate you as always. Leave a comment, let me know what your favorite style of video is and what your favorite sale is. And we will see you again tomorrow.